I had a trip planned to go to East Fork with a guy that knows a lot of the history. He hasn't backpacked it in 22 or 23 years. And he was going to show me a bunch of places where the old mines were. He had some 1960s, 1970s maps. But as you can see, it poured down rain last night and he was uncomfortable with the weather, so he canceled. Martin had something to do. Mike canceled. 8 guys altogether canceled. The only one still with me is Frank. So we've done the East Fork. I've done the East Fork 1,000 times. So I was looking to learn something new about it. I read a few more history books. I know a lot more about it. But taking a break from the East Fork today. We're just off wandering around. Our packs were packed, so we're not going to let that go to waste. But all this brush is wet, so we're soaking wet. But I'm wearing this $49.99 Costco. You can see the label there, same as the water. Costco 750 down jacket. Same as the Patagonia that goes for like 230, 240. This goes to $49.99. Now, we took a break here. We're going to have some breakfast. We started before sunup. We're going to have some breakfast, some coffee. Then we're going to go back here and hit a few of the little trout pools with my fly rod. Just mess around, spend the night out here. See if we can see any wildlife, find something new. Check out another fork of the river that I've yet to check out. Okay, we're back here a little ways. We brought one shelter between the two of us. We brought the Go Light Shangri-La 3. It's a 3-man shelter, so 2 guys and all the gear will be plenty. We're gonna set up right here under this big oak tree, and I'll turn it back on and show you guys when we get all set up. When it's all set up. Okay, here we are. He's got the ridge rest. Under here, I've got the Thermopro short. I've got a 15 bag, Plasma 15 Marmot. He's got the Alpine Design 20. This is the Go Light Shangri-La. Now, you've all seen these, but here's something you haven't seen. I made these myself. There's 2 of them. You got these things up here. This will hook on there, hold my pack up off the ground at night. Directly weight down, stabilize everything. This here, I bent this piece of rod like this. I bent a dip at the end, and then I took the spring out of a pin, a ballpoint pin, and I slipped that spring over there. Let me show you what this is for. You take this, you go in here, you go like that. See that, how that goes? See? Now that spring, there's a purpose for that spring. You don't want your hot lantern slipping off. See that? Keeps it out, away, so this doesn't reflect. Because you touch these things, you're going to leave your fingerprint on there. They get really hot. But this, totally adjustable. Look at that. Slide it up. The pressure out here of this pushing down puts a flex in this bow in this and brings this down, so it pushes this further in. Pushes this in, pushes this in. So the more pressure you put, the better it grabs. You lift the weight off, they can slide down. You can spin it. You want to read on this side, you want it in between, you want it over here. So, meaning my pack's going to be hanging on the front. I'll have this towards the back. And I'll show you with it lit up later on tonight. It's pretty neat though. This is just like a big fish hook with the eye incomplete. Holds my pack. You want this away from your pack so it won't catch fire. Lantern. Okay, here, a little bit of overkill. I sliced up the 2 strawberries with the A1 fork knife. It's about done. So there it is, oatmeal with brown sugar and fresh strawberries from the garden. First this spring. Try some, Frank. Get a strawberry.
Good.
How is it? Frank here fell in the river a few times, so he's barbecuing a sock. Look at that thing. Oh, all the wood back here, everything we found is wet. So what I did is I got one of these old yuccas, real old yucca was broken down the ground. Even though the outside's moist, the outside's kind of wet. You split them, and you pull these threads out. Down the base, you got like some cork. You take that cork, you wrap these threads, big bird's nest around it, and you light it, and that thing will just sit there and glow and glow and glow and glow and glow and glow until finally, poof, it'll take off. And
I think I'm gonna let this one sit.
I'm gonna get my fishing kit and go down to the river and mess around. Okay, here's my fishing kit. It's got the pin rod, fly reel, leader, tippet, nymphs, dry flies, terrestrials, streamers, all sorted, wet flies. Found a great big old casting rock platform here. I'm sitting down, throwing it into this current, letting it go. As soon as it goes around that first rock, in between the first and the second there, every time it gets a hit. I know it's something small, but then so is my rod. I'm just messing around. It's just better than being in the city. Sometimes when I'm back here alone during the day, not spending the night, but I'll pack me like a turkey sandwich, some chips, or Coke or something, and come back to a place like this. It's fun just to rock hop up and down the stream, spotting trout, seeing where they live, which way they're facing in the current, learning their habits of the area. So when you do come back here with a rod, see all these mosquitoes, you can match the hatch, see what's coming back. Right up here one time I hooked into one that was about 10 inches long, which is huge for this area. That was years ago. There's some small ones. You can see their tails just around that rock. Speaking of wildlife, there's an old canyon back here that's been dry for years, but I can hear something back there walking around. Side trip. You can actually see the trail that things have been walking on. Oh, it might have been a bunch of birds I heard. But you can actually see the trail that things have been walking on through the years. And it's probably small because you can see where it goes right under there. A heart-shaped rock. Actually, you can see where it goes up the mountain right there. Little snake trail going up. Looks like a cool place to camp though. There's something back there. All of this is poison oak. Huh. It was a deer. It ran through here. I don't know if it went up that way. It looks like it went this way. Quail. Hear the quail? Oh, look at that view. Now, it may be the mother deer trying to draw me off. There might be some babies back there. It didn't have antlers. I can't get through there. Not with fly rod. Another time. There's life all around me. There's a couple woodpeckers up here. I can hear them. There's some trout rising over here. You got some coyotes or something barking back there on the hill. You got this thing here, caterpillar. Show you the springs here. And then something up there is knocking all kinds of rocks down. There's that woodpecker. Hear him? Woody. There he is. He's right in the back there. Yellow breast, red head. I don't know if it's going to come out. Right in that area, back there somewhere. In the back, with the branch going. There he is. I think that's him anyway. Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah, center of the screen. Whoa! Whoa! Oh, man down! Oh, man back up. Oh, broke my fly rod. Another trout rising here. The waterfall back there. Bunch of quail just took off right here. There's so many quail this year. The one over there landed. They don't fly very far when they do fly. You can still hear that woodpecker back there. See the canyon getting narrow back there. Eventually we're gonna hear that, something in there. Eventually we're gonna come to the stream again. There's something inside there. There are a bunch of other canyons that split into this canyon, and then most of the ones to the west, there are other canyons that split into those, like veins just going out. You can follow these things for a week. Let's see where they all go. Yuccas are in full bloom. Actually, they're towards the end, but those are all edible. All those blooms. That poison oak. Secondary river came down through here at one time. All trails lead to Rome. Seeing this back here. They all end up back at the river. But that's where the game's all going on a daily basis anyway, so if you do get lost, just follow the river downstream. They all lead out of the mountain. If you ever get lost back in San Gabriel's, follow the rivers downstream. You can't go wrong. If I remember, there's a berry patch coming up. But it's too early for the berries yet. I get back here, Frank's made up lunch. What, pastrami? Pastrami and eggs. I told you, we eat like kings when we come out here. Wait till you see what we have for dinner. You're not gonna believe it. Okay, you guys have seen us have some fine meals, but look at this. We got some barbecued steak, medium, some Persian rice, some Bush's baked beans with bacon. And that there is some Alaskan snow crab. To top it off, we got this Boda box. We got some wine.
Eating good.
So he's got Bush's baked beans, steak, rice. We're gonna have that snow crab to go with it. And a big old tankard of wine. Well, hey, this morning we passed 3 guys in Hennessy hammocks. We just heard somebody coming up, and here they are. And they recognized us as we went past, so they came up to say hi. And your name is?
Brian Marino.
Brian.
And I'm Kevin.
Kevin.
I'm BJ.
BJ. There's a lot of Brians and a lot of Daves up here, especially East Fork.
Fair enough. That's how it goes.
But anyway, you might see this guy going with me. I'm going to try to connect this trail here with Eagles Roost on a 3-day weekend. You may see him with me.
Hopefully.
Turns out he's from the same city I'm from.
Thumbs up.
Anyway, so they're going back to their camp. They're parked. They're camped 2.25 miles south of us. They left their Hennessy's back there. They're going back to smoke some salmon on a grill. They're not going to roll it up and smoke it. They're going to go back and have some smoked salmon. But I'll probably be hiking with those guys. Yeah, they said they recognized me. They came up here and asked if they could take some pictures. Seems sort of weird. They took pictures to show their friends. So the sun's going down pretty quick now. We're pretty much ready over here, but over here, the MRS kettle, or MSR, let me see, I always mess up. MSR kettle. I'm just heating up some water, coffee. I've actually had this jacket on all day. It has not warmed up all day, has it, Frank?
Not really.
It's weird. And it's supposed to be 90 in a day or two. We have another yucca right here drying out. We'll pull those shreds off. Use that for starting a fire in the morning. Make our breakfast, then head out of here. We'll pass those guys again on the way out. I don't know if they'll be up or not. They said they like to sleep in. I feel like having a nice hot drink, but I don't want the caffeine to keep me awake tonight. I want a good night's sleep. So what else? A little acorn coffee.
Acorn coffee.
Acorn coffee again, man. Maybe I'll stop by those guys' camp in the morning and see if they want to try some. I've made this out of processed acorn. You have to check back on my videos. You'll see how to do it. I've sent some of this stuff all over the world too, by the way. Scotland, England, Germany, France, Iran, Croatia, and somewhere else too. New Zealand and Australia. Acorn coffee's gone around the world. Okay, we're not going to go to sleep till that's completely down, but we got some yucca right here. Let me put a light on.
Yeah, we got breakfast fire.
We got some yucca right here. Take the chill off in the morning. It'll burn hot, it'll burn fast, but it'll burn out just as fast. We only got about 20 minutes, 25 minutes worth of fuel right here. Now let me show you this setup I got in here. Look at this. Wait, cut the light, Frank. So.
Okay.
That's okay, that's 1 kilowatt power. Look, let me show you. Around the lake tonight. It's around the go light tonight. Let me show you how it's held up. Earlier in the video I showed you this, but here's how it works. Here's that swivel, look at that. Throw a little light on the subject. See that? See that? Well, if you bump it, it won't slip off because that pin spring grips it pretty well. The gravity, everything's done by gravity. The gravity of the lamp holds it in place. The gravity of the lamp bows this and puts pressure here and here, which holds it in place. But it can swivel, it can raise, and it can lower to wherever you want it. It's a pretty cool setup. An improvement on an old design. Got my stuff lined up on that side. Frank's got his stuff lined up on that side. Trekking poles in the middle. We're about ready to go to sleep. Okay, I'll show you one more thing. Now, like I always do, I got the half pad. Yeah. See here? I put my backpack under the feet. Then I put my extra shirt just to cushion the straps and everything, so I don't feel the straps through. And this takes care of from just above my knees to my feet. Then the pad takes care of the upper half. Carry half the weight, serves two purposes. Got 2 packs of coffee, one little sachet of honey, a couple of eggs, some bacon on the fry pan. Okay, I'm reheating with the rest of my fuel. I'm reheating my coffee. My eggs, my bacon are done. I did mine with a mini Trangia alcohol. Frank's got the MSR with this little griddle thing he got. Does his bacon, eggs, and steak and everything right there. But show him the knife you cut that bacon with. What's it called?
Indroid.
It's one of the Northern
Lights series.
Northern Lights series, Falk Niven. Look at that handle on this thing. It's so cool. Such a cool knife. Not a cheap knife though. I mean,
yeah.
You know, Frank and I were just talking, saying, it sounds corny, but being out here in the mountains with the fresh air, woodpeckers in the background, frogs down below, the bacon and eggs, there's not a better breakfast.
Yep. Good stuff.
And some people will never know this, but when those guys were up here, they were talking to me. He's all, how long you been coming to these mountains? And I was like, oh, about 20 years. No, about 25. Wait, about 30. I go, well, since about 81. So I'm thinking, oh, almost 35 years, Frank. I've been doing these trails for almost 35 years.
Long time.
He goes, yeah, the kid come up here and he goes, I come up here just to say hi and talk to you about this area here, and I end up leaving with a whole history lesson. Once I get started on the trails and the possibilities, the conversation just flows. Anybody that's been with me probably can tell you that. Oh yeah, this guy lived here. This guy had mules over here. There was some guy back here, and a grizzly was shot down. Just goes on and on. Here's the entire contents of my pack. MSR, kettle, Sawyer, mini Trangia, acorn coffee, 2 flashlights, a headlight, can opener, little Leatherman, canteen, Marmot 15, inside of a compression sack, a thermarest, poison oak cleaner, tripod, which I never use. I don't know why I bring that. Candle lantern. My clothes are my bivy sack, my socks and shirt. This is the top to the candle lantern and the 2 holders that I made. My glasses for tying flies on. This is for my mini Trangia, my Falk Niven, my fishing kit, another bag, the backwash system for the Sawyer. Make sure you bring that if you use a Sawyer. They clog quite easy. My hygiene, toothbrush, everything's in there. Ace bandage, meds, everything's in here. Pillow, SL3 Shangri-La, some 550 cord, umbrella, food bag, it's almost empty now, some napkins, 2 Tyveks, I loaned one to Frank, and my pack. And then I got my trekking poles over there. That's it. It's my entire thing. We got a knuckle deep, second knuckle deep of water. I think that fires out. Just the fact that I can put my fingers down to the coals tells you it's out. What do you think, Frank?
Yeah, I think it's a swimming pool.
A little hot tub. What trash we have? Not much. Water bottle, knife, tripod, shelter pole, fuel. Medications, aspirin, allergy, etc. The lead. A couple of paracords, whistle. This is some acorn coffee. I'm going to stop and offer those guys some acorn coffee. And my fishing kit and my reading glasses. Tripod, that's it. I'd say with the pack and everything, 15, maybe 16 pounds, including a canteen of water. Okay, those guys that visited us, now we're visiting them. Got a Hennessy hammock back there. Got another Hennessy here. They both got the short tarps, which is what I wish I would have got. I got the full tarp, paid a little extra, and rarely use it. With these small tarps, really light, tight, small, all you basically need. The hex tarp is made extra long so you can cook in it, under it, and use it for snow and things. See, there's a Hennessy with the snake straps.
How you guys doing? Come guys?
There he is.
Yeah. Hammock life.
Nice setup, man.
Yeah, it's a nice day again, man. Of that rain let off.
Hey, we're headed out of here, but if you guys are up for it, I don't know if you've seen my video where I harvested acorns and made those acorns. If you want to try some of that acorn coffee, I got some with me.
Yeah.
All right. See you over there at the...
Yeah.
That's whatever we saw along the way.
Look at all the crap in the fucking driveway.